Number 8. Malagos Garden Resort, Barangay Malagos, Baguio District, Kalinan, Davao City, Region 11, Davao. Number 7. Yamato Flower Farm, Barangay Kayan Oeste, Lambunao, Iloilo Province, Region 6, Western Visayas. Number 6. Ayala Triangle Gardens, Paseo de Rojas Street, corner Makati Avenue, corner Ayala Avenue, Makati, Metro Manila, NCR. Number 5. Hidden Garden, 008 Katipunan Street, Vigan City, Ilocos Sur Province, Region 1, Ilocos. Number 4. Farmers Love Agri Farm, Luisita Road in Barangay Mapalaciao, Tarlac City, Tarlac, Region 3, Central Luzon. Number 3. Hates Place Sakura Park, Barangay Paaway, Atok, Benguet Province, Car. Number 2. Heaven's Peak, Barangay Cabintan, Ormoc City, Leyte Province, Region 8, Eastern Visayas. Number 1. Baguio Botanical Garden, 37 Leonard Wood Road, Baguio, 2602, Benguet Province, Car. Honorable Mention, Oma Jiika Oboob Mangrove Garden, Barangay Oboob, Bantayan Island, Cebu Province, Region 7, Central Visayas.